fuck's sake. Sorry, goddamn. All right, I'll put the song on. Fuck me. Oh, for God's sake. I forgot to turn off the slow fade from the fucking thing. Oh my God. Fucking Grim Reaper mode. I had a fade at the end of it. I forgot to turn the shit off. Oh my God. Ah. Jesus. Ugh. You guys all right? Am I okay? Are you okay, my lord? Am I okay, my lord? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Sorry that I'm late, guys. Sorry I'm late. Can I tell you two things that happened today? First of all, my mouse stopped working out of the blue, out of nowhere. It just turned off. I think the battery is completely shot, so I've had to pick up a really old busted mouse that I still have, and the right-click button barely works. So I'm pissed off about that to start with. Secondly, and more importantly, motherfucker turned up on my doorstep just now. And do you know what this person did? They turned to me, and I mentioned, you know, I've read out those letters to you guys. I've read out those letters, you know, weird, threatening shit, all kinds of bullshit, right? Basically just recites one of those verbatim. And what the fuck am I going to do about that? What am I supposed to do? Nothing. Forgot to turn my compressor on. Sorry, guys. Ba 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 ba. What the fuck am I supposed to do about any of that? I can't do shit. I see this gangly, skinny bastard saunter. You know, I open the door. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. He looks at me and he says, won't be long now. Won't be long now. And the reason I took so long is I followed him. I said, all right, what's coming? Go on. And he was like, he just did this pissing little fucking laugh, right? Literally, I'm not kidding. He sounded like the fucking squeaky voiced teen from The Simpsons, you know. Oh, I don't know if that's in the employee handbook. And so I followed him. Down the corridor all the way back to the lift. So I was like, you fucking stay out. What do you think you're fucking doing? At least have the common decency to give me a fight or something. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm so bored. I'm so pissed off with these fucking people. And the worst thing is I had plans. I had different plans for today's stream, but I had so much bullshit go on this morning that it's just not really manifested. So I guess I'm just kind of here now. Feeling pissed off, feeling like shit, just sat here, and suddenly all my tech is breaking. Forget to change the transition. Mouse is broken. Mic is unmuted at the start. Everybody could have heard me, you know, doing a big, massive nut out of frustration, because I've been known to do such a thing. Everybody could have heard that, and I could have lost my job, all because I forgot to press the fucking unmute button. And you know what the thing is? They're all watching. You know that's the hard part, is they're all watching. They watch every single one of these. They do. They watch every single. Hello. I know you're there. You gangly bastards. Look at you. Look at you, piece of shit. Spending your valuable Tuesday afternoon being like, is this guy gonna do anything today? Oh, I bet he's pressed about that fucking intern we sent over. Everyone has the hots for me by now. Ugh, doesn't matter. Anyway, where's my music? No, I can't play. I always go, like, by instinct. I always go to my liked songs, and I was like, yeah, let's have some music. And I was about to do, yesterday, Mrs. Robinson, Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ba 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 ba. What I do with the gangly guy? I already said nothing. Nothing. I can't do anything. I can't do nothing. I can't do anything to these fucking people. Because what am I gonna do? He doesn't threaten me. All that's gonna be found around my place is a dead body outside my front door. What? What do you think? I was like, no, I don't want any trouble. Just gotta keep doing my job. Yes, it's a demon. Yes, they're all demons. They always want to fuck with me. I'm like the what's his name? I'm like one of those leakers, you know? Oh, I get it, actually. I get it. I get why they must be so mad. You know what it is? I'm a doxer. Think about it, right? Think about it. Nobody in the world knew about all of this shit, and I've just been spilling the beans suddenly. These demons are mad at me because I've been doxing them. I mean, I'd be mad too. I'm glad they haven't doxed me. They could. Don't get any ideas. I know you're listening. Oh, you see. All right. The thing about these guys is that they are like fundamentally incapable of working as a team. They kind of can, but only if they're being ordered around by another demon that they're scared of. If they're only like purely self-serving, 100% self-serving, right? So basically, if they were to dox me, because they know where I live, one of them just turned up right now. They know where I live. If one of them wanted to put my address online, they could. But they know that immediately so it would get so much more attention, and they might miss out on being the one who finally has my fucking guts for garters. So of course they're not going to. They're going to spread it among their little groups, being like,
maybe just a penny in exchange for this information. Oh, please, I'm starving. I haven't had a soul to eat in 75 years. I don't know how I'm still alive. Ooh.
I've always been easily rage baited, haven't I? I hate Vermilion. What the fuck does Vermilion have to do with this? He's fine. He's fine. Where's my music at? There you go. Everyone relax. Everyone relax. Cut the music. So, I'm saying I've been stuck in a rut, right? It's because, listen, right? Listen to this. I feel a bit helpless. You know, I'm helpless and I'm restless all at once. I'm a hotly contested property to these people. Sort of like a bit of a public enemy number one, you know, posters all up. Ooh. Right? Meanwhile, I have about 300-400 hours in RuneScape over the past 1 month. 1 month I've spent that much time. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything with myself. Listen. Hear that? How many empty bottles of water do you think I have on my desk? How many do you think there are on the floor? I'm not going to tell you because it's really fucking embarrassing. I'm stuck in a rut. And that has nothing to do with the fucking Omegaverse, you disgusting freaks. I'm stuck in a rut because I don't know what to do about my predicament anymore. I'm seeing all these little possibilities, these ideas that are like, you know, I could, but then what about there? Oh, then maybe there. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm spoiled for a million terrible choices riddled with consequences, and too many choices leads to inaction. And so here I am, sat like, well, might as well do a stream. And I don't even know what we're doing today. I don't even know what we're supposed to be doing today. Thank you for the super, by the way, Mary Lively. Thank you very much. Now for you a soft massage to ease this rough day. My God, if you came and gave me a massage, I would came somewhere else. Apu, I like it when you get mad. All right, I'll let it all out. You. Thank you very much for the 10 gifted DACA. See, this is my life now. This is my life now. I am a shut-in who loves to touch grass but never does. I'm a guy with, you know, a decent portfolio under his belt, who never uses it anymore. All of my qualifications are in video games and in changing my OBS around every week. What's with the schedule this week? I was pissed off, and I thought, yeah, I'll do something with that. Don't ask me too many questions about it, all right? You'll figure it out. Art choice? What do you mean? There is no artwork on it. I couldn't be bothered. Oh, thank you. Plenty of hugs and head pats for me. Oh. Thank you. I don't mean to sound ungrateful or mean. It's just that everything sort of feels like I'm sort of stuck in a bit of a cycle now. You know, I feel like I'm stuck in a bit of a cycle. Every week it's, okay, what's it going to be this week? One of these, one of those, one of that, one of them. Oh yeah, I can haul myself out in a member stream for a little while. That'll help me. That'll help me out a little bit. I could potentially I could try and do something else. Or maybe I should get drunk again. Maybe I should get drunk and say some stupid bullshit. Say some stupid bullshit to get a clip going. Yeah. And I'll stare at like a certain number of Twitter likes and I'll be like, man, that's a lot of likes on that tweet. That's pretty cool. And then I'll sit back and be like, I am no further forward in my journey than I've ever been. I'm just sat still, literally. Listen, I'm in my bouncy chair. Boing, boing. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have any money or donations or blah, 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 blah. Nobody fucking cares. Oh, I'm being willfully ignored. There are so many people. Look at how many other people are in this chat. What, you want someone to respond to exactly what you say just by merit of you being here? Fuck off. Grow up. What? Do you go to a comedy sketch? Do you go to stand up? Do you go to fucking stand up and start heckling and get offended if they ignore you or you get asked to leave? Go into someone else's chat and say the same shit. Why am I wasting my fucking time on someone who's clearly trying to take my attention away from what's important? It's probably one of them. It's probably one of them. How easy is it to get under my skin? How easy is it to get under my skin that all they have to say is and then I get fuck. Yeah, they've all got YouTube accounts. It's easy. You know, it's free to make a YouTube account. Unless you need to pay for NordVPN, which is not the sponsor of this stream. Calm down, man. Calm down. 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 Don't tell me to calm down, okay? Don't tell me to calm down. Maybe they don't have membership. I don't know. Just get me in a good vibe. Just get me in a good vibe. What else am I going to do? Let it all out. Let it all out. I can never let it all out. Shut the fuck up. That's the problem. I can never let it all out. If I let it all out, then there will be dire consequences. There will be, all this work you've been doing to try and sort shit out over the past few years? No. Start again. No. So I just, you know what I am? I'm a balloon. A balloon is very tiny when it's not inflated. And what happens is you just start filtering little bits and pieces in, the kind of that start fucking the balloon up a little bit. You start blowing hot air into the balloon. And some people rightfully, who am I to judge? Some people don't want any hot air in that balloon, so they just kind of let it. They let it pass. Let it pass or deal with it in the moment, and then they go back to being deflated and relaxed. Me, I must be I'm like the fucking Hindenburg. I must be, you could fill me with so much hot air. I'm sat here, I feel like I could barely sit in this room. Because what am I going to do? If my balloon pops, everything catches fire, and I don't want that to happen. Angelia, thank you for the super. I love you too. I love you too. Wallflower, thank you. Nothing I can relate well with. That's okay. And now YouTube chat is kind of frozen for a second. So now I just feel like an idiot talking to himself. Did I thank Daka for the 10 gifted? Daka, thank you for the 10 gifted. Sorry that the circumstances of today haven't been better than they should have been. You think the balloon is too full? No. 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 Yeah, that's it. That's it. You know what I am? It's like that bit from Breaking Bad. I'm a blowfish. I'm a blowfish. You're a blowfish, Jesse. You're a blowfish. I'm a blowfish. Every day is the same. Every day is quite the same. I wake up aiming to be up bright and early, and I am surrounded by things that I should have done. Stuff here and there, you know, whatever. Tasks, I'm like, oh, I'll do it. I'll do it later. I'll do it whenever. I sit down. And I think, what do I have to stream today? Okay. And then I do nothing. Nothing until I have to go live. And I sit there and I just, I need to do something. But what? What do I need to do? And I check the front and I realize that my bills, you know, classics, electricity, gas, council tax, water, so on. They come in, but they are obfuscated. Is that the right word? What does obfuscate mean? Obfuscate. Make something less clear. Yeah, I guess that would work. They are obfuscated by an avalanche of hate mail from these motherfuckers. It's the same shit every single time. The same shit every single time. We're coming. We're coming. Only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. We'll silence you. We'll shut you down. But they never do. They never do. It's all retch, no vomit. It's be prepared. You know what it is? Do we have any? Yes, I am. In case I didn't make that clear enough. Do you remember I read that letter to you? I have had thousands of these fucking things. They never stopped. I didn't tell anyone because I thought it was old fucking news. Oh, what am I supposed to do? It's like verbatim, word for word, the same thing every fucking time. No creativity. They're not giving me any puzzles to solve. It's just a letter with meh, blah. Do I read everything? I read like the first 3, and after that, I was the moment I see a letter that just has nothing on it, you know, and I have to squint, and then I see that little glow. You remember from that ink that's so unethically used? I look at it and I go, oh, piss. And I don't bother anymore. I've probably missed lots of genuine mail. Because I'm not paying attention. I can't. How do I pay attention? What post office do I talk to? Hi. The devil is sending me letters and they're mean. And I can't focus on paying my bills. I'm gonna take a break from my job to focus on my fucking laundry. That's a joke. I'm not taking a break. Veronica, thank you for the super. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's have some good vibes today, guys. Let's have some good vibes. Ray's K's, thank you for the super. What's stopping you from taking a break from all of this, though? No. I can't take a break. I can't take a break because I don't want to take a break. I have taken more breaks than anybody has ever taken in their lives. I have been absent for so long, for so many periods of time. I don't want to do it again. You know, for me, right? For me, a break, I think in many respects is more stressful than being at work. No. I understand the sentiment very much, and it's a nice idea. But that usually only happens if I'm strictly unable to attend, or if I'm traveling. That's it. These motherfuckers aren't going to let me off either. But it's not as though they're doing. It's like any ADHD havers here. You know the feeling I'm talking about, where if you have something going on later on in the day, you know, you've got something going on later in the day, and because of that, you're immobilized until it happens. You feel like you just have to wait until the one thing you have to do for the day is happening, and until then you're kind of just stuck in waiting mode, right? I have been in waiting mode for years. I've been in waiting mode for years, waiting for them to do something. Maybe this is their plan. Right? I've waited this long, and I went and told everyone, hi, here's some intimate news about myself. Here is a diagnosis of a disorder that I have, a disability, and they're like, okay, here's how we lock this motherfucker down. Maybe they're like, they don't want to give me the satisfaction of a clean fight, and so it's just, let's just have him wait. Let's have him wait. You're playing the long game. It's been a long game. It has been a long game. Do you know how long do they expect to play it? What, are they going to starve me out? It's not like they're waiting outside the door. I can go for a walk. I go to the supermarket. I go to the cinema. I saw Sheep Detectives the other day. It was a good film. Who is that guy? Who is that? Okay, listen up, right? Listen up. Sheep Detectives was really fun, really cute, loved it. Hugh Jackman was great. Nicholas Braun was great. Emma Thompson was excellent. Bryan Cranston was great. Bella Ramsey was great. All of the acting was great. Nicholas Galitzine fucking sucked. He's extremely handsome, but I didn't believe a single word out of his mouth. I don't know what he was doing there. It's just, it felt like I was like everyone else is so charming and lovable, and this guy is just, I feel like I'm watching a school play. I don't know. That's the one thing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's good in other things, but I watched him in Sheep Detective. I'm like, this is either the worst miscast they've ever seen, or this guy is just can't act. I don't know. But all the other performances were brilliant. I really enjoyed the rest of it. My favorite character was Mopple. I liked Mopple. I thought he was very cute. Hopefully he's better in He-Man. Yeah, maybe. And then I saw a clip from He-Man this morning, and I was like, oh my god, it is him! Oh. Trolling, yeah. Trolling in a multi-million-dollar movie that you've been cast in. Yeah, I'm just being a bad actor to troll. No. I hate that rage bait became something, just being fucking annoying is now known as rage bait. Right? And if you get annoyed by the person being fucking annoying, it's your fault. It's your bad. Oh, you got rage baited. Pallet Ghost, thank you for the super. Back home in America after NIJI Fez. It was lovely to meet you too. And made a new JP Kindred friends. That is really nice to hear. I had a lovely meet and greet with you, and you were very nice to talk to. So, That was really lovely of you. Thank you. I really enjoyed getting a chance to chat with you. What? Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Now what? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. To be honest with you, I haven't been thinking a lot about streaming recently. I've been thinking about a lot of other things, and I think today I very much came in with no plan, just sort of wanting to say hi, but now I'm just kind of like, what is there to talk about? What is happening in my life besides me being I don't want to create a negative environment. I don't want to make people feel bad for me. I'd like to make you feel good. I'd like to make you feel positive and excited. Instead, I'm just here. I'm just here. Any day could be the day. Any day could be the day. Do you ever think about how, like, do you ever think about the possibility of, fucking alright, Google Calendar. Do you ever think about the possibility of dying suddenly? And when we think about dying, we have this want to say, you ever had someone ask you, what song do you want played at your funeral? Or what would your last words be? What would you write on your gravestone? What if one day you just kind of suddenly die, and then you don't get to fulfill the answers to any of those questions? I can't listen to this music right now. You don't get to fulfill the answers to any of those questions. Wolfa, thank you for the super. You know, that's a nice idea. That's a nice idea. Hopefully I can make some of these bastards into stress toys at some point, but... So, what I mean by that is, like, you remember what happened last year, right, with the Sylph? And yes, it was my fault for hitting a vape pen one time in a period of extreme stress where I just wanted to see, well, I was just literally going to do one. I was like, one time, I'm just curious, you know? You know? I haven't smoked anything for, like, you know, hundreds of years, since, like, long before anybody knew that it was bad for you. And I was like, no more of that, please. I'm good. And I never did. I've been a good boy. And I thought, you know what? Where's the way, you know, I'm never going to continue this. This thing is disgusting. I don't want some piss and shit flavored vape in my lungs, whatever. But apparently it relieves stress. Why not? And then I almost died. I was this close, a fucking hair's breadth away. Getting a sylph inside my lungs, a conscious being breathed into my lungs that started tearing me apart from the inside. I barely survived. That could have been it. I could have died. I could have died that day. And I was getting ready to start streaming. So, when I'm sat here and most of my days are thinking, man, I'd really like to do that at some point, or it's just being sat playing video games all morning because I can't, because I have a stream in the afternoon and getting myself up to doing anything before then feels like I'm hauling a ton of bricks, and I'm also sitting around like I could be attacked at any moment. Yeah, I'll say I forgot what my point was. That's it, right? Can happen at any moment, and so I feel like I want to keep checking off things on my bucket list, but I also feel so paralyzed that I know I never will. So at this point, I will be caught. At some point, if they do get me, I'll be caught with my pants down, and I'll just die on the toilet like Elvis or something like that, and then it'll be over. Would a bodyguard help peace of mind? Bodyguards can't do shit against these people. If a human bodyguard, they're going to get annihilated. And a demon bodyguard, no such thing. Doesn't exist. If I hired a demon bodyguard, they would absolutely garrote me in my sleep. No questions asked. Instantaneously, I would be dead if I hired a demon bodyguard. People have tried. It has never once worked. Never. Proof. I used to be a demon bodyguard a few hundred years ago. I did work like that. For other demons who had more sort of political power but less physical power. Guess what happened to those guys? It's too easy. And I'm not letting them have an easy shot at me. Yeah. What? Did you think like a few hundred years ago I wasn't like, getting into I've had to survive somehow. Is that a shock to you? Is it shocking to you that there have been demons throughout history? Not physically eating them, no. Feasting on the energy from the souls that they had devoured throughout their lives, such that I may continue in my own journey. Is this surprising to you? Did you think that I was not? Again, all of you have tried. All of you have had a crush on me for too long, and you have convinced yourselves that no, he's kidding. He's kidding. Ethical consumer. Hope they weren't raw. No. I believe you. Good. You don't really talk about it. Well, it's fine. Yeah, it's true. Where do you draw the line? I'll tell you where you draw the line. You guys can worry about your own moral scruples, right? Let's think about vegans. Shout out in chat. Any vegans here? Any vegans? No judgment. I respect vegans. It's a big step to take for the sake of the animal kingdom. Props to vegans. But that's a decision that you have had to make, whether maybe you were raised vegan, maybe at one point you decided to become vegan, whatever, right? Fun fact. My mum is vegan. Furthermore, I'm not. And I still love my mum, and my mum loves me, right? So, that is a scruple for you guys to figure out. Be a vegan or don't be a vegan. Lots to discuss. Animal welfare, ease of access to food, cultural difference, all worthy things to talk about. There's a solid argument for both sides, I think, especially when you take into account the differences between the cuisines of different cultures. But then, let's say you are vegan. Do you kill flies? Do you set down, if you get a problem with flies or ants maybe, do you set poison? What about rats? Do you set rat poison? Or do you just let them exist? If you could kill, if you refuse to benefit from the death of animals in food consumption, do you then also refuse? Do you then also just allow animals to take residence in your home? I'm not judging you. It's a decision to make. That's a scruple for you to figure out. For you, for what makes you feel good. It's about your ability to go through life and feeling like you have justified that morally. There are always these things we have to decide on. There's no such thing, especially if you live in a first world country. You will never exist without benefiting from suffering in some way. All right? Big debate to have. I know where I draw the line. I draw the line at other demons. Because I've lived a long time. And I've met many demons. Many, hundreds, thousands, really. You know, thousands if you count the ones that you see but don't really interact with too much. In that time, I've gotten to know some of them quite intimately. I would say of all the demons I've ever met, thousands of them, I would say that there has been one that I did not want to kill. Just one. And that one demon, let me set in stone just how important, just how morally, just how forgiving I really am. Just how, what's the word? Just how gracious I really am to these people, right? I could have really done a number on that guy who came to my door earlier, but all I did was shout him off of my property. There's only one I met who I did not want to kill. And she, a long time ago, killed my best friend. My best friend at the time. 400 years old, you make a lot of best friends. Oh, fuck. I'll tell you why. Because I came to understand a lot about where she'd come from, and I have never forgiven what happened, but do I think that person deserves to die? No, I don't. Every other demon I've ever spoken to has, even if they haven't slighted me in such a vicious, horrendous way. Is she still alive? I don't know. even if they haven't done anything like that, to me personally, the disregard that they show for life, the disregard that they show for human life and for each other in a hilarious way, it's like trying to explain what eyesight is like to someone who was born blind. It's like trying to describe a song to someone who was born deaf. They don't have the sense to care for anyone except themselves. It just isn't there. It just is not there. Biologically, it is not there. So you have a species, and I guess you could call them a species, right? A species of beings with a unpredictable, uncountable variety of fantastic abilities, some of which are far more powerful than others, who experience no empathy whatsoever, no desire to protect their own, no self-defensive instincts at all. The only thing that they feel is hunger, aggression, selfishness, and those other 7 ones that everybody knows. And it's been that way. It's been that way since the dawn of time. It's been that way since I got here, certainly. And it hasn't, and nothing has changed. And nothing has changed. And nothing has changed. I wish something would change. I wish that I wasn't just stuck at home all the time. I wish I could do this job on the move. I wish I could do this job on the move. You know? Do a bit of an IRL stream. That'd be fun. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. I'd love to go out and see the sights, get some sun on my skin. All while I'm, trying to make the world a better place. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm scared for me. I'm scared for people. I'm scared for my neighbors. It isn't fair. It's never been fair. I don't know why I bother saying everybody be kind. Everybody be kind. Life is a beautiful thing. To be alive is a wonderful thing. But the world is very cruel. It's too cruel. So it makes me think about how, I wrote because I was in a I was in a movie watching mood the other day, and I watched obviously is why I tweeted about it. I watched The Truman Show. Brilliant film. In awe of Jim Carrey in that film. I hadn't seen it in quite a few years, but watching it again, my God, he's brilliant. He is absolutely brilliant in that film. Unbelievable in that film. The scene where Truman is talking to his best friend, six pack on the bridge, and then he's being fed lines by the director on what to say to Truman, and he says, but I would never lie to you. And the face that Jim Carrey looks at him with, it's this like sad puppy dog confusion, but there's so much rage in his eyes, and he's mostly been a comedic character. And I think that he was such a great casting choice because Jim Carrey as a comic actor, Truman being raised in this weird world would be just kind of a slightly weird guy. He's not going to be a totally straightforward average guy. He's a slightly weird guy. People, there's nothing to be ashamed of. But a lot of the time when people have weird, different upbringings, trouble when they're really little with bad parents or something like that, when they grow up, sometimes they just sort of are a little off. And they're not people that deserve any less than anybody else, but it's definitely observable, whether it manifests in a diagnosable illness or whether there's just something that's not quite all together about a person. I feel that way sometimes, a lot of the time. Jim Carrey portrays that in very, very well, in a very cathartic and hilarious way. But anyway, I watched this film, and the whole time I couldn't stop thinking about the orcas at SeaWorld. I couldn't stop thinking about the orcas at SeaWorld. Thank God for Blackfish, and thank God that orca shows are now illegal. Because it's like I said, I feel guilty, but when I do on YouTube stumble across footage of those shows, they are incredible. They're absolutely amazing to see these animals and to think that there was a time when I could have gone to this place and seen these beautiful creatures up close. They are incredible, and the trainers who actually work with those orcas, they're very loving people, and a lot of them never knew they were doing a bad thing. But thank God those shows don't happen anymore. But to think, because you really, learning about marine life and on orcas in particular has opened my eyes so much, and it has made me so. It's filled me with so much wonder, majesty. Fuck off! These fucking flies in this place. Jesus Christ. It fills me with so much, wonder, for the natural world, and it's made me want to explore the ocean more than I ever have before. But it's made me so much more angry about the state of these things and just about the precedent being set. Really, they've adapted for a different environment, but in terms of actual, brain capacity, I don't think that orcas are any less intelligent than human beings. I think that they have just as much capacity for self-awareness and reflection and an abstract thought that human beings do. I really do believe that. And I think the Truman Show, the scene where they sort of script in, his father drowning, right? Because they needed to make him afraid of the water so he wouldn't try to escape the confines of the show. He would still believe it was real. So they had a scene where his father drowns and it makes him afraid of the water. But of course, he thinks that's his real dad dying. So that whole thing reminded me of a story about an orca who I believe was at SeaWorld, but could have been at a different park. There was a mother orca who had given birth to a calf, and she was raising this calf. And much like in The Truman Show, where an actress is picked to be his significant other, and even though he falls in love with another woman, first they kind of force him into this relationship with this woman they've chosen to be his wife, so that she can do product placements and all of that kind of stuff. This it reminded me of this. And in captivity, they choose a mate. They place a bull orca in the same tank as a female orca, and they just wait for nature to happen. They don't get a choice of who to choose. No mating ritual. It's just, well, take it or leave it. So that's one similarity. And then thinking about his father, this orca and her calf, one day, because orcas are worth an incredible amount of money. Oh yeah, artificial insemination. Yeah, no, they had the orcas the male orca lie on their back on the side of the pool, and they would stimulate it until it came in a tube, basically. So they were, once again, as though they weren't confused enough about their environment, they're essentially just being masturbated by a different species that wants to use their sperm to make money. But like I'm saying, this mother orca had a child, and the child grew up, but because orcas are worth so much money, it was sold to somewhere else. And so one day they just came and they took the baby away, and they took it somewhere else. And as far as I'm aware, they never saw each other again. Now, these animals are intelligent enough and their language is advanced enough, right? Their language is advanced enough to be able to call each other specific names. They can create a sound unique enough that every other orca that they know, and they might even have names for specific people too. Each orca they know has a name, and they can call each other by name. The mother of that calf sank to the bottom of the tank, and for I don't remember how long, but for a long time would not stop screaming out the name of her child. And she will never know what happened or where it went. They will never understand exactly what the confines of that is like. And it's absolutely heartbreaking. You just don't understand how someone could see that happening and be informed by all of the experts on site that is something that is happening, that you're not, these aren't so-called dumb animals. They are just as emotionally cognizant as you or I. So you can kind of imagine that anger has all sort of boiled up towards my own kind recently, thinking about how, again, they lack it's as though it's like with human beings, there are some people out there who lack empathy or will turn their empathy off if it means making a bit of money. But with my kind, it's like it's a given. It's like it's there. It's like it's there from the outset. It's almost like with a human being, to lack empathy is to either have a birth defect or to have been traumatized in some way that makes empathy impossible, right? It's almost like it's the opposite. It's like I was fucked up at birth or something, and so I developed empathy, and it has made my life so much harder, but then so much more, so much more worth living. I feel like I have so much more of a purpose. I mean, what kind of a purpose is it to just run around eating things and to not even have sympathy or a connection with your own kind? But I don't know. It's too long ago to remember. Maybe I don't remember for a reason. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think my parents would have messed me up. I have a great relationship with my parents, But I don't know. I have no clue. I have no idea. So I'm just here. And this incredibly significant portion of my life, since I joined NIJISANJI, it feels like that's my whole life. This is my entire life. And yet it is only a fraction of a percent of the time that I've been alive. Do you understand? You understand what I'm saying? I'm just venting. You know what I mean. Sorry, I'm just Googling. So I just got curious about something real quick. Something sussy? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. In that moment when I had a sort of a major moral extrapolation of a lot of that which has made me feel very immobilized over the past couple of years, my first instinct on finishing was to Google pornography. My first instinct was to start beating my shit on live. My first instinct was to pull my pants down and shoot a gigantic load all over my camera and then immediately lose my job and be sent to jail. That was the first thing I thought to do. Is he drunk? No, I am just funny. I just come up with funny things to say sometimes. You know, chicken butt, for example. Anyway. So open the floor. You guys, ask me some questions. What do you want to know? Anything? You know what? Q&A time. That's a good idea. That'll make me feel better. Q&A time. I'm booting my game back up because I don't know what else to do. I'm so pissed off. Do. I don't know what to do. Have I seen Obsession yet? No, but it looks good. Where's the... Where is it? There you go. Just gonna stick that in the corner. Ever see the Beatles movies? No. I didn't know they had movies. Well, wasn't there the one Yesterday where it's the guy convinces the whole world that he plays the Beatles? Or that he is, like, that he made up the Beatles music? Izzy, thank you for the super. Anyway. Back to whatever the fuck we were doing before. So basically that's what I've been doing. I've just kind of been dealing with a lot of stuff that's made me pissed off. And basically I went on a big long tangent that I should have come to more of a point during but basically I'm just aware of the fact that if I have my headphones on and I forget to lock the door, there's a non-zero chance somebody sneaks up and does what needs to be done. Although I would certainly like it if that did not happen. Do they have the balls? I don't think so, but they could prove me wrong. So it's just kind of making me feel very paranoid, very vulnerable, very violated, and very angry. And so I don't feel like I'm in the best headspace at the moment. But... You know, it might not be so bad forever. Maybe it'll be fine. Who knows? Mary, thank you for the super. Writing a story. I was writing a story. You know, that's true. That's true. I was writing a story. Wonder if my broken microphone... What the fuck? I'm getting a call. Hold on. going to believe it. Argos delivered my new mouse because my last one broke. Hold up, let me go get that. Logitech MX Master 4. This'll make me feel better. This'll make me feel better. Thank Argos, same day delivery. Wow. Oh, that's nice. So the nice thing about this mouse is that it's more ergonomic, and it has, I believe, the buttons are silent mouse buttons. Listen to that. Ooh. So that'd be better for ASMR, because recently with the ASMR I've been hiding, if I need to click, I've been hiding, like moving the mouse under the desk and using it on my knee to try and mask the sound of the clicking and make it less distracting. Which is a bit funny, isn't it? It's a bit funny. Ooh, isn't that a bit funny? Funny streamer does a funny thing. Funny streamer does a funny thing. This one has haptics, apparently. And there's the little... Oh, wow. USB-C dongle for this one. USB-C. USB-C dongle. Wow. Amazing. USB-C dongle. And that, does it come with a cable? Please come with a cable. I mean, I've already got a cable I can use, but I like having more cables. Please. Please. Doesn't look like it. Whatever. Whatever. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Thanks, Logitech. Logitech? More like good mouse. Thank you. Alright, hold on. Let me go plug the dongle in. You fucking serious? Oh, that is haptic as fuck. Wow. I said good mouse. And you get a little bit, like, a little hot in your loins from that. Is that right? Is that true? Wow. I mean, no shame in that, I guess. Whatever helps you get your rocks off. Sensor's a bit high. What does that do? Okay, that kind of unlocks it. Sorry, we had super chats. I'm not reading them. Where's the super chats? Oh, I just don't know who I am. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I've gone. I'm just around. Really lovely, thank you for the super. That's where we were. I remember you were writing a story. Sometimes writing helps to release some ideas. That's the thing, I was. And I was really enjoying it. And I do plan to finish my book at some point, hopefully soon. But, like, I don't feel like I can. I don't feel like I have the time. I had the time for a little while, and then suddenly more shit started happening. So it's like, well, you know, hard to justify the time. Will I ever release it? Well, yeah, I mean, it'd be a shame to have a whole book and not release it. It'd be a shame to write a book and not release it. You know? I would like to potentially share my work and maybe even be financially compensated. That would certainly be cool. Although then again, I suppose it's not, you know, some movie companies will make an entire film and then not release it. Chance you've seen Cuckoo, weird movie. I've heard of this film, not seen it, but maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. Thought you might like it. Oh, okay, I'll check it out. Thank you, Carlos. Any plans for Kindred Day this year? Any plans for Kindred Day this year? Yeah, I'd say I have some plans. Logitech G Hub. What's new in version 2026? Install later. Can you detect my mouse, please? Oh my god. Why did it do that? I plugged my mouse in. It made a giant sort of audio shit. Alright, well, G-Hub is not detecting my new mouse, so I guess I'm just stuck with a billion sensitivity for the rest of time. That's fine. Oh, come on. Ugh. Jesus. Have I seen Michael? No. I love Michael Jackson, but from what I've heard, it's not very good. I haven't seen it, you know. Put some music back on. Come on, guys. Relaxing vibes. Relaxing vibes, guys. Come on. Demon Mousetrap. Oh, wouldn't I be so lucky? Oh, a little bit of excitement in my day. Whoopee. A little bit of excitement for me. Oh, boy. Yet another attempt upon my life. Huzzah! Where do you catch tuna, I wonder? Tuna. Where do you fish that from? Fishing spot? Oh, Karamja. Karamja. Anyway, don't let me bore you. Don't let me bore you. What if I can't relax right now? Well, then you finally know what it's like to be me. Then you finally know what it's like to be me. You know, the single greatest asset to my life I am grateful, certainly, that ADHD medication happens to be an emotional leveler that helps you manage your emotions easier. Because if I was, you know, because being medicated at the moment is making all of these complicated emotions much easier to handle. If you can believe it. If you can believe it. Makes it easier to just sit down, be a good boy, and play video games all day. Instead of, you know, all the other shit I could be doing. You know. Oh, I don't have my knapsack. Bleh. Waste of my fucking time. Oh, I forgot my knapsack. Oh no. $8 million thoughts slow down to 1 million thoughts. That's true. But it makes your heart speed up from 1 million BPM to 8 million BPM. So it's kind of like it's just a stat reorchestration. What regions did I pick this time? Asgania, Mauritania, and then I'm going to do Korend last. Which I'm looking forward to. And I'm sticking hard to blind bag mode for this character. A blind bag is not as good as the prayer mage that I am on my main, but I thought, you know what? It's time to just have fun. Blind bag seems fun, you know? I like blind bag. I like to have fun. All weird things make sense. That's true. That's true. Makes me wish I could just diagnose the planet with like you know, here's what we need to do. Here's how. I guess it all makes sense. You know, it all just comes down to greed. It all comes down to greed and fear. That's the only reason why anybody does fucking anything. And it's by design. You know, it's by design. It's like, what am I trying to say here? What am I trying to say? It's like that whole thing about how, all, you know, multi-millionaire says, oh, isn't it so terrible that, you know, Gen Z is spending $20 on lunch? And it's like, well, yeah, buddy, when you were making your millions, you didn't need to work the average, like, to pay off a house, you will need to work, pay off a house while surviving as a person. At least in much of the world, you will need to work. I'm trying to catch these fucking flies. You will need to work a lifetime. A lifetime. To afford shelter. A lifetime. Work a lifetime to afford shelter. And, you know, most people accept that they will never own a home. Isn't that insane? Most people, you know, in the UK and the US especially, this is what I'm aware of, obviously, I'm in the UK. Most people simply accept that they will never own a home. They are just like, well, I'll be renting until the day I die anyway, so what the fuck difference does $20 for lunch make? What difference does 15 pound slot bowl at work make? Because God knows I'm working 2 jobs and need like 5 minutes to myself. I don't have time to meal prep for the whole fucking week. God forbid I go to the cafeteria and get charged an extortionate amount of money by the business that I am working for. Ugh. I haven't done too much research on it, but I heard a story that apparently it's something like 90% of citizens in China now own their own homes. This is a good statistic. I'm not terribly aware of any of the context surrounding that, but given the situation with the housing market in my country, that seems like some brilliant news from there. So there is hope in certain parts of the world. Maybe I'm being a bit childish. And maybe everything's fine. Maybe everything's fine. Maybe I just have to, you know, put my fingers in my ears and be like, oh, life is beautiful. Here I am, you know, getting to do my job. Here I am getting to do my lovely job where I play my favorite game and chat to my favorite people and everyone loves me. You know. I'm scared for my life every day, but, you know, at least there's, at least there are these things happening. At least there are these things happening. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I could have just bought raw tuna from the fucking Civitas Illifortis. Lamau. Weep. It's all a waste of time. It's all a waste of time. It's a waste of my fucking time. All of it's a waste of time. That's all I'm capable of doing these days, is just wasting my time. What do you do? What do you do after 400 years? Except waste time. Nothing. What else can you do? What else can you do? What else is there to do? No one else that you could reasonably talk to has had that much lived experience. So who do I go to for advice? Who do I go, you know? They have these, like, life coaches. Life coach. Kind of, what is a life coach gonna tell me? No, that's true. I do have kindred to hang out with, and that is good. You've given me the one thing in life that isn't a colossal waste of time. You've really changed that around. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for giving me something worthwhile to keep living for. But I gotta have more than one thing, right? So like they say, work-life balance. Right now it's all life. It's too much life. You kind of hit a point, right? It's like, I don't know because I'm not, but I think if you were mortal and you lived sort of a normal person's lifespan, you can kind of picture your life in, you know, a series of stages. You say, all right, at this stage of my life, I would like to be able to do this. At this stage of my life, you know, you could say, oh, for this stage of my life, I would like to be married, for example. This stage of my life, I would like to be at this place in my career. For me, there are no stages to my life. There are no stages to my life. I'm on, you know, I started at stage 1, and I'm on stage however fucking many now. Now, I'm at stage octillion, and I don't know how many more stages I have. So what the fuck? You know? I keep telling myself, oh, these opportunities, they might never come around again. I don't know that. I could live another nonillion years. How many times am I going to meet people in a nonillion years? Many, many, many times will I meet people in a you can't even quantify or comprehend how long nonillion years is. And neither can I. You know, I've not lived anywhere near that. But I could, and that's the scary part. What's it going to be like then? What's going to happen to my mind after a nonillion years? Is the universe even going to still exist? Oh my god. My Google Chrome is being weird. I was about to Google how long the universe has existed. It's probably not even been a nonillion years. It's not letting me open any new tabs. Everything's fucked. Everything is fucked. Everything is fucked. Oh my god. There you go. How long has the universe existed? Wow. 13 billion years. Not even remotely close. Not even remotely close to a nonillion years. Not even by a fraction. Nonillion years is many orders of magnitude greater. Wow. Wow. If I were to be reborn into a video game... Oh, that's a good question, actually. If I was to be reborn into a video game, I don't know if I would choose RuneScape because... well, I do love it. You know, living in that world would be nice. But if I was to be reborn in a video game, I think that I would choose Life is Strange, the first one. so that I could hang out with my cute alt friends, and we could say things like wowzer and bidness, and never once ask ourselves why we were saying those things. And we could go, we could go and just go to the junkyard and shoot guns and play hide and seek in waterfalls like the song, and just be young forever. I think that's what I want. I think that's what I want. I feel like I am a simple sort of working living. I feel like no, that's not right. I feel like I'm very much a hedonist type person who wants to kind of live for pleasure, and yet I keep finding myself, and yet I keep just kind of spiraling out of control into these positions where a lot of things rely on me, which is never what I've been very good at. But if that's how it's going to be, you know, I'll sort it out somehow. Jealous of the music you'll be able to listen to centuries later. It's all going to be generated by AI in 200 years. 200 years, human creativity will be outlawed. In 200 years, if you have a unique thought, you will instantly be sent to the insemination clinic. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get all doomer on you guys. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. To be honest, humankind has given me a lot of reasons to believe that that things will be all right. The insemination clinic, you know, like the orcas. So that you too can experience what a dehumanizing thing that must be. Sorry, I'm acting so weird today, aren't I? I'm sorry. I really don't mean it. I really don't mean it. I just, you know, it's one of those days I just have no idea what else to really speak on or talk about. No, thank you. All right. But would you go to the insemination clinic if I was there? What was I doing again? I don't know. I'm a dog. Suddenly there's a line outside the sperm bank. I mean, you know, take control of your life and your finances. You know what it is, right? You know what it is. Wouldn't that be a great life? Go on, wouldn't that be a great life? If you could produce enough sperm to be a full-time sperm bank donor. What if your whole life's purpose was jerking off? Wouldn't that be so cool? It's like that, wouldn't that be boring? I could find a way to make it interesting. Haven't got bored of it yet. like what's that film with Vince Vaughn where it's like you've made a lot of trips to the sperm bank. You are now the biological father of 732 children. And he's like, oh my God. What if I become the sperm bank? Oh, genius. Genius. Ah. Have there been advancements in jerknology since then? Well, yes, I would say I've been masturbating for most of my life. You know, people knew what it was back then. It's not as though it was invented recently. It's been a thing for a long time, and I can prove it. You know, everybody figures out how to do it after a certain point. There's that video of a monkey sucking his own dick. Have you guys seen that? Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if they've invented new technology. Obviously, the fleshlight did not exist back then. But you know, the one time I tried to use one, it was too small. That's not even a joke. And then, I don't know. We didn't know about zinc supplements, but then again, everybody had a more natural diet back then, so there was a lot more zinc in people's diets anyway. So I guess what I'm saying is, per capita on average, in my day, about 400 years ago, the average load was a little bit bigger, I think. I think people's diets have generally worsened quite a lot since then. And I think everything sort of dipped around the early 1900s and the late 1800s with like the proliferation of the cigarette. That definitely caused the average load size to be a little lower than it had been, and it's partially recovered, but not really hit that true natural Viking warrior level that the whole world used to be at. Just showing what the fuck is happening. Talking about the graph of average ejaculation volume over the last 400 years. Yeah, learn about load size. I'll teach you about load size. Ah. Man. 45 liters? Liters? Wow. You got me beat. I'll say 45 liters. What do you do with all of that? Man. What do you do with all of that? So cool. I know, right? Well, listen, okay, let's not make the horse comparison. I've heard that pedigree horse semen is extremely expensive, and if they were doing buckets of it, then I doubt it would be that expensive. Although not as expensive as printer ink. Haven't watched you in years. Well, there's never been a better time. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm on the verge of... I feel like now, I've been in a bit of a dormant state for a long time where I've just kind of been trying to keep myself alive, you know, with all the bullshit going on in my life. I've been trying to keep myself going, but I feel like I'm on the verge. I'm really close. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm gonna figure something out. So I think, you know, it might be a good time. It might be a good time. There's never been a better time to return. If you like me talking about liters of semen, then you're in the right place. A 100 swordfish, you've got to be having a bloody laugh. Dig-a-ding. Hello, butler. on the verge of having a relaxing day. I wouldn't say relaxing. I feel like at this point, I'm like a balloon. And these motherfuckers have been pumping me up. Sooner or later, I'm going to pop. I'm going to pop. That's right. Everybody, you were talking about the ABO earlier, right? Because I said I'm in a rut, which is a very normal thing to say. I'm being filled up so much, I'm about to pop. Do you hear what I said? I am being filled up so much that I'm about to pop. Nagatuki Mabiji, thank you for the super. Lovely to see you at NIJIFES as well. Took English classes for a month for this, so I hope I spoke well. You did extremely well. I was very, very pleased with your English at the meet and greet. It was lovely to get to talk to you, and keep it up with your artwork. It's been brilliant. Lovely to see you. I love you too. He got knotted. Why? Somebody else talked about knotting earlier. It was probably because I put I'm stuck in a rut on my show. God. Being stuck in a rut is such an old phrase, and it means... Do you know what it is, right? Do you know what it is? The origin. I learned this from a Zach D. Films short, which I am addicted to. Turns out that what happens is, when you take a wheelbarrow... You guys know what wheelbarrows are? Take a wheelbarrow with one wheel at the front. You usually, if you have sort of the same job, will likely take it along the same routes often. Okay? You'll take it from the farm to the farmhouse, take it from the quarry to the processing area. You go along the same route, and usually in that time, the wheelbarrow will begin to wear down a path. This is called a rut. You begin to create a rut in the ground. And what this means is that oftentimes the wheelbarrow, as you keep using the same path, it will create a very thin line that the wheel fits in, and it will stay there. It is easier for you to keep moving the wheel through the rut in the ground instead of pushing it to the side and exploring new territory. Hence the phrase, I'm stuck in a rut, meaning I'm stuck in a routine and I can't get out of it, much like the wheelbarrow. But to you guys, it's just a furry thing. It's just a furry thing. It's just... Ugh. I mean, I can't really blame you. I can't really blame you. It's like I'm lonely too. You know, I'm inside all day with no real outlet too. You know, I'm obsessed with it as well. You guys are just into a different thing. You know, I don't personally understand the Omegaverse. I don't find it very appealing. But you know, it's like when I said, I mean, I guess maybe this is more of a British thing. It's like when I said, oh, I've only got 70 pounds in the kitty, and people thought I was talking about my vagina. Very lucky that demons don't go through ruts or heat. Who said that? Who said they don't? I do. I'm in a rut 4 weeks out of the month. I'm in a you know how there's the menstrual cycle? My cycle is always on. My cycle is always on. I'm stuck in a permanent state of gently gyrating my crotch back and forth because I just expect to be breeding 24/7. My cycle is yes or I'm dead. Well, demons could PMS. Maybe they would. Maybe I would get PMS if the state ever ended. I can't get post-rut syndrome because I'm always in it, you know? Catch 75 trout. Why don't you catch these fucking hands? 75 trout. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. 75 trout. That's a lot of trout. Yes, 68 pounds in the kitty means 68 pounds in the purse or wallet. Do the soul cravings get easier as you age? No. No, they do not. You may learn a little bit better how to manage it, but it's not a craving. It is fundamentally, it is sustenance. That is how you stay alive. If it was just like, I mean, a lot of demons do treat the consumption of a human soul like a drug. It is like something they can get high off of. I had a story. I didn't witness this. I didn't witness this myself, because if I did, I would have murked the guy on the spot. But I did hear a story about an incubus who devoured somebody's soul while he was pleasuring himself. I did hear about that, and I believe it. 100%. Incubus, I 100% believe that would happen. Can't believe people are stupid enough to summon an incubus or a succubus. I can't believe people get that horned up that they're like, yeah, I need to summon a demon for this, who will most likely kill me. Like, are you stupid? Friends with one? Oh yeah, there is that guy. I don't know. Maybe he's not. We didn't really talk about. We haven't really talked about that side of things. Maybe he's different. I don't know. Maybe he's a vegetarian. You see modern men. Now, you are correct. I'll give you that. But let me remind you that I love my male kindred very much, but my male kindred are obviously, just looking at the demographics, my male kindred are a minority. 95% of you I know are modern women, and I know what you guys are into. So, I know what modern men are like, and I'm not excusing them, but I know what you motherfuckers are like too. Let's not make this a culture war issue. Let's admit that we are all sexually into some very strange things. You guys especially. I never thought I would, I will never forget. I've brought this up so many times. The experience of, in an ASMR, trying to be threatening and saying, maybe I should just kill you, and being begged with Taskaru and sweaty, horny face emojis to please kill me. Please, for the love of God, kill me. I'm into books and cookies. I know what you're into. I know what you're into. Don't you act innocent now. I know. Whose channel are you watching? We've been talking about the history of beaten off for a while. If you were truly innocent, you would have been like, oh, I must save myself. Oh dear, why is he speaking about this? Faith, thank you for the super. No. What a stream, eh? What a stream. I kind of have to go. I actually have some stuff I have to do. Yeah. I kind of have to go, guys. I have to go because I think I need to get out of this rut that I'm in. I've been stuck in a rut, and I feel like I kind of need to get out of that rut, already. Yeah. Well, I was planning on starting a bit earlier, but all right. If you want me to stay, what are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for me? Wallflower, thank you for the super. I mean, that's perfectly reasonable. It's perfectly reasonable, it's a perfectly reasonable explanation. Solve my riddles 3. Yeah. You You gotta pay really close attention. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. It's been good fun though, guys, right? Like, you've really enjoyed my little puzzles, haven't you? All of you, you've been enjoying my... Fuck, sorry. You've been enjoying my puzzles, haven't you? Faith, thank you for the super. Oh, but I do. Gloves. Very funny. Very funny. +2. +2 for that one. +2. Very lively. Thank you for the super. Send you a riddle by Streamlabs to see if it improves your mood. Oh. Send me a riddle? Yeah, send me a riddle? You could do that. It kind of, here's some money. Oh, now I feel bad. Now I feel bad. Guys, whenever I have to go, I go because I need to do something. I need to do something for you. Remember that my job is to create things for you, right? My job is to create things for you. And so if I'm leaving, it means I'm busy with something else that eventually you will get to see. Right? That's it. That's it. Daddy's got to go to work. Okay? It's like, it's all well and good. It's all well and good to say, it's okay, you don't have to do anything. Just stay with us. It's fine. But if you say, it's okay, Dad, you don't have to go to work. He looks down at you with his 5 o'clock shadow or whatever it is, he forgot to shave, looks down at you with this really tired look in his eye and he says, no, darling, I've got to go to work. And then he turns around and he goes to work because it's a very tough economy out there. It's a tough economy. It's a tough world. It's a tough housing market. It's a tough algorithm. I love to sit and chat with you all. I love to hear your stories. I love to get updates from you. I love flirting with you. And I love it when you flirt back with me. It's so fun. It's such a great relationship. And I'll always be thankful for it. But I'll be damned if someday, many decades from now, if I look back on the totality of my time in NIJISANJI, if what I'm remembered for is 700,000 Zatsudans with no topic except insemination clinics is all I have to be proud of, then I'll realize this whole time was probably just stuck in a rut. And that's not what I want. Kakitoshi, thank you for the super. Not allowed. Who says? Who says I'm not allowed? Riddle sent. All right, let's have a look. If Google Chrome will stop being a fucking stupid bastard. There we are. Ah, yeah. Thank you for the super. Pat me on the head. Not permanent. No, I'm not graduating. I have said 1,000 times. I've said 1,000 times, and I will say it again, because I know it's a touchy subject that gives people a lot of anxiety. I plan to be here for an extremely long time. I have no desire to go anywhere, and I feel like I will be here for at least the next 10 years. I feel that I have at the very least a decade left in me, but probably it will be more. I feel that this is my forever home, and I feel safe here. I feel looked after here. To be honest, at this stage of my life, what the fuck else am I going to do? Okay, so I've been sent a Streamlabs with a riddle to solve. It's from Miri Lively. Are you okay if I read this out? Are you all right if I if I read this out so that everybody can kind of work together on this little riddle you've sent me? You are? Okay. Here we go. What gets longer if pulled? Fits tightly in middle breasts. Slides neatly into a hole. Chokes people when used incorrectly. And works well when jerked. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna that's a tough one. All right, you know what? I'm gonna say chicken. I'm gonna say it's chicken, right? Hear me out, right? It's chicken because it can be pulled much like you can kind of have shredded pulled, like it's not like pulled pork, but like pulled chicken, okay? Fits tightly in middle breasts. I mean, obviously the breast is a cut of chicken, and it's like, I don't know about a middle breast because there's like one on either side, but I think or maybe it's like in the middle of, so maybe it's not, I don't know, but it's like chicken breast, right? Slides neatly into a hole. That one I don't really get. Does a chicken slide neatly into a hole? Maybe if you could shape it to slide neatly into a hole. Chokes people when used incorrectly. I mean, chicken bones, right? Chicken bones. Nasty business. Nasty business. And works well when jerked. Jerk chicken. Come on. Come on, guys. Jerk chicken. Bumbleclat. Am I right or am I right? Chicken, now you are cold. Is it cock? No, it's not. I mean, that's chicken as well. Hmm. I'm thinking like what gets like maybe like a life jacket? Don't go driving. Oh, an airbag. An airbag? Chokes people when you... Oh, a seatbelt. Fits tight. Oh, a seatbelt. Oh. Works well when... Oh. I am... I don't know how, but I think I'm surprised. Anyway, I really do have to get a move on. So thank you all for coming to the stream. Look forward to this week. I've got some fun things planned. Should be a good laugh. And look forward to Kindred Day. Look forward to Kindred Day because obviously it's a big day for all of us. Wallflower, thank you for the super. Had a dream you said my full first name. Oh, wow. Maybe I should get some rest. I can't have rest. I've got a lot of work to do. But yeah, look forward to Kindred Day. Yeah. Thanks for listening to me go on a bit. I hope at some point I can kind of get to a point where I can really feel like I can look after myself. And maybe I already know what I have to do, but I'm feeling a little apprehensive. But I know you'll still be there, no matter what. So I'll see you soon. Okay? 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 Okay. See you tomorrow, guys. Love you all. Cindy, thank you very much for the super. Yeah, miss you too. All right then. Have a good day, guys. Keep your eye on the skies. And don't let the bed bugs bite. Toodle pip.